EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Prime Time on EA Sports. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in. It's a Monday Night Prime Time showdown. It's the Houston Texans and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And here we go on Monday Night Prime Time. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. Well, here come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading them out, our 2023 Offensive Rookie of the Year. Now in his third season out of Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
A lot of quarterbacks, Kate, earn postseason wins each of their first two seasons. And that's exactly what CJ has done. He has become the face of the franchise down there in Houston. And now a little more help around him, and hopefully a better offensive line to protect him this year.
Stroud in the air to start us off. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on the rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. First give on the grab. It's Woody Morris. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Third and 4 coming up now. From the gun, Stroud. He's got it, complete to Collins. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Houston.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Still at the 40 here, 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Stroud. Going deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And that should be Seahawks football. Man, this is a tough ask of your defense so early in a game, Brock, sending them out on short notice and a short field after you fumble it away.
But these are the critical moments defensively you got to live for, right? This is called sudden change. They practice this, and it's your time to put out this fire.
So now it's the Seahawks' turn to take the field for the first time. And bringing them out, one of the league's best stories from last season, wasn't he? Former number 3 overall pick, coming off that career-defining year, Sam Darnold.
He was a comeback story that nobody, and I mean nobody, saw coming. But he paired with head coach Kevin O'Connell, threw a whole bunch of touchdowns in Minnesota. Remember, Kate, he was an MVP frontrunner early last season. Exactly why the Seahawks targeted him, wanted him, and now have him in the fold.
1st and 10, Darnold steps up and he's running with it. And Eagles lie down just a little bit shy of getting that first down, but better to avoid the hit. Smart play there. It's going to set up 2nd and 1 at most.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, Darnold. Completed over the middle. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
When Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
1st and goal. Here's Walker. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here's Tremon Smith with the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. This Texans offense ready up for its 2nd drive of the contest. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. Texans to the line, 1st and 10. Now it's Stroud. Schultz with the catch. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
From the gun, Marks gets it. And he'll be met middle line to limit the gain to a yard. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. To the air, Stroud. Here's a screen now for Chubb. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Off the play action, here's Stroud. Low left side, caught by Bryant. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Again, Stroud has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this very close to that first. It's going to be 3rd and short at the 35.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Stroud on the sneak. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And we've got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders. You sign up for it.
They toss it to Chubb. We're working a couple yards past the line. Tackle made by Ernest Jones.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the 31. Finds him over the middle. Ooh, got him close to the line to gain. Down to the 25. 3rd and maybe a yard.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Kirk in motion left. On 3rd down, they'll go with Chubb. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
A gain of 1 yard. First down, Houston.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. They've got a little extra distance now to make up here on 2nd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
Trying again, following the sack. This is complete to Schultz. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still brought not enough to avoid 3rd down.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Stroud now on 3rd. He's running for it. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with the 1st and goal. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that will set up 1st and goal. We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. Welcome back. Time for our second quarter. The Texans with a chance to score. On play action, here's Stroud. Seahawks bringing the pressure, and they got him. And it's step one towards the goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up.
Hey, I understand that, Coach. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for second and goal. Another try following the sack. Set up the screen here for Marks. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into third and goal.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Defense bringing in a fifth DB, third and goal. Back to throw, Stroud. And it's incomplete on third and goal.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this fourth down. It's a 33-yard look from the right hash. Up and good from Fairbairn. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is if the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Seahawks taking the field for their second possession. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, can't expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. Play fake, Darnold. He can run it.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped the positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
At the 30-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, second and 9. Now Darnold off the play action. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Pickup on the play. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
And that's good for the Seahawks. First and 10 at the 23-yard
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Jackson Smith-Njigba. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. And that one go on that last call, not sitting well with D'Amico Ryans. He's going to make them review it.
The previous play is under review.
We're all watching that sideline here, seeing where those feet came down.
And no matter what they rule here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and see, did he get both feet in with possession?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the challenge ends up successful. He, in fact, did not get both feet in. This is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Now run. First give to Zach Charbonnet. And he finds just enough daylight for a 5-yard gain. It's 3rd down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you could be a Pro Bowler.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Running back sent in motion. Donald with it on 3rd and short. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks now lead by 10. Cooper Kupp the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks drive their lead to 11.
14, Texans 3.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Now we get a look at this Texans offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. And off to Chubb to start the drive. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Stroud. Complete to Chubb. And he's going to have this out near the 40, just a little bit short of it. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up a Houston first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Here's a handoff to Moss. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
From the gun, Stroud. Well, right side hauled in by Collins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Stroud completes it quick. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They give inside to Chung. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Shotgun now for Stroud. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
Gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Houston.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Running left, it's Chung on the top. And he's able to get this down to the 13. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks. I'm looking for that to be called again.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Stroud off of play action. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
29-yard attempt.
Up and good from Fairbairn. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Here's a return from the 7. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Seahawks and receiver Cooper Kupp taking the field once again. They have played lights out on offense. Scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. They've got first down from the 31. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Cut out left. And he gets him 1 as we come up to the 2-minute warning. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Seattle. The Seahawks have a lot of work to do for any points before the break. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Out of the gun. Here's Darnold. This gets forward a little, not a ton, to the 35. Will Anderson Jr. in on the stop.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. From the gun, Darnold. This is Kupp. That's Kupp. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Throwing on first. Here's Darnold. It's caught by Elijah Arroyo. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second and 3 now. Off the play fake, he'll throw. That's caught. Here's that Charbonnet. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. And again, it's Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They are throwing it again. That one connects. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for 1 more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Myers' kick is good. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
Okay, that's just an excellent play call to get a chunk of yards and set up that field goal before halftime. Job well done.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. We'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So a two-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hanson. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hanson and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a two-score game here, Brock, as our third quarter gets underway. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. Juke the defender. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So as we get set to begin the third quarter, it's the Seattle offense who's going to be out there first. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Went the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. That draw is snuffed out. Didn't really have a chance, and they're going to back him up for 3rd down.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Throwing here, Darnold. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Kate, you know I love to say that the NFL game is a game of adjustments. You come out of halftime, and you know you've got to impact the quarterback. You got to get home, and it's exactly what they do on this opening drive.
4th down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. Calls fair catch and has it inside the 40-yard line. Here come the Texans as they get set to take over on offense. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Begin the drive with Chubb. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Into traffic, complete. And that will not be enough for a first down.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
3rd and just 2 to go. To the air, Stroud. That's caught. This is Kirk. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Chubb here on first down. They're cobbled together a yard there. Byron Murphy there to make the play.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Try getting it to Nico Collins. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans start the second half with some needed points. Nico Collins with the touchdown. Wow, just perfect execution there, Brock. Nailing the fade for 6.
Yeah, and when it comes to the fade route, it really is all about timing. And as you said, the execution of it. You have to have the matchup first, but then you need to go connect. What a great play.
D'Amico Ryans making the call. They're going for 2 here.
The Texans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Here's Stroud throwing for it. Oh, and he's got a man open. Complete. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Man, just great work by the defense there, Brock. The coverage really forced that throw short of the goal line, and then they got downhill to clean that play up.
I love that word right there. You just nailed it, downhill. You throw it short, you allow those defenders with great speed and tenacity to come downhill on you. No chance for the 2 points.
Making this a 5-point ball game. They kick it off. Fields this one at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Drive begins with a walk-around. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
That's good for a Seahawks.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Dude, I think I can even feel it up here in the booth. You feel this offensive line just gaining confidence. When you get chunk run after chunk run in this league, boy, those big guys say, feed the run game.
And he falls on his own miscue, and that sets him up with a first down. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become two, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
He's going to tuck it and run. It'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Going jumbo set on this first and goal. Working inside the red zone. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step one towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
Headed in the wrong direction, Brock, as they take second and goal now from the 13. Trying again, following the set. This one's caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Jackson Smith and Jimbo. A gain of 5 yards brings up third and goal.
Defense bringing in a fifth DB, third and goal. Darnold. And it's incomplete on third and goal.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Jason Myers out there now to try and field goal for the Seahawks on fourth down. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Myers' kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. Escapes a defender. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Texans send wide receiver Nico Collins ready to go once again. And they sure surprised us going for two in that spot on their last drive. I'm not sure we're going to see that call come out here again. Texans to the line. First and 10. Here's Chubb up the middle. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with second and 1.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. That's the 35. 20, 15. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans shrinking the lead some in the third. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered.
Stroud now bringing his guys up for this two-point attempt.
The Texans will line up.
He's throwing for it! And now down he goes! He's sacked, and they're unable to tie this game! All right, Brock, I'm just going to go there because I know a lot of their fans right now are thinking they only trail by a couple, but they have failed on a couple of two-point tries. Maybe if they kicked a few times early in this game, that's what they're thinking, right?
Yeah, Captain Obvious. They could be tied and even leading this game right now.
Thank you. I'm wearing my Captain Obvious cap. And maybe some second guessing happening now on the sideline as well.
Yeah, now it leaves them in a position where they need to manufacture another score, and you just got limited opportunities remaining in this game.
We're down to a two-point difference as they send the kick away. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. They managed 3 on their last drive, but down inside the red zone, disappointing not to come away with a touchdown.
The career's more at stake when you're proud. That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Now Darnold off the play action. That pass was caught by Horton. He's taken down after reaching the 30. He's got there by the 4th-year ball hog coming off his first All-Pro nomination, Derek Stingley Jr. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Walker now from the gun. Making defenders pay for trying to tackle him. Gets it forward for a gain of 3. Kamari Lassiter getting up there to make the stop.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Darnold with it on 3rd and short. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys. I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. The Texans with their offense back out there as Nick Chubb returns to the field. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motioning left. Chubb on the give, headed left. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical as nobody wants a 3 and out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Stroud. Finds the in route complete. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's the Texans who have it to start here, and they come in trailing on the scoreboard. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. From the gun, Marks gets it. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Shotgun now, first round. He throws deep to the left side. That's grabbed inside the 30. That goes for 36 yards. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
That's a pretty good look right there at the struggle offensive linemen have. Athletically, they're just not as fast as these linebackers. And if they don't win early, those linebackers outrun them and make a play like that behind the line.
Drive's been moving nicely, but they went the wrong way on that last snap. It's 2nd and 13. Stroud completes it quick. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on third down. Back to throw, Stroud. Short pass brought in. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Kaimi Fairbairn on now as we see how he handles this moment. From the left hash, about 31 yards out. Kicked well, and this is good! And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Return coming from the 6. Jukes one defender. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to get going once again. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. They give up the gun to Walker. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Darnold. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now an inside give to Walker. And will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
That's another Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Second and 10.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
From the 40, here comes second and 10. The gun. Here's Darnold. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They get an even 10 on that play. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's first and 10. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up second and 7.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
They kick the running back in motion. From the 26 on second down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner and depth at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. From the red zone now. Going for his back, but it's incomplete. That's going to bring up third down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incomplete pass, here comes second and 10. To throw, here's Darnold. There's a screen out for Walker. Oh, he trucked that defender. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
On third down, Walker. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not off the marker. They've got a first and goal.
That's good for a Seahawks first down.
All right, here, Kate, this is where I'd love to see a team go no huddle. You just ripped off a great run, a momentum-changing run. Now get back to the line and don't let that defense breathe.
Well, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. First and goal. Here's Walker. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's second and goal. Trying again, Walker. And he's in for the touchdown. The Seahawks take a fourth quarter lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Darnold and the Seahawks getting set to try for 2.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Put the body on the line for his team. Well, Brock, the run's certainly an option as they lined up for 2. But as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you've spent all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, you're right, you can run it. But there's so much more space with creativity in the passing game. And good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it, but to execute it when it matters.
Here's Smith on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. And off to Chubb to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
All I can tell him there was good luck. You get a safety all over a run like that, they could just smell it like a shark with blood in the water. And you feel fortunate if you're even able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Open ahead in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Throw right side, hauled in by Collins. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. He'll throw it. Try and push it deep downfield. And that one's going to be incomplete. A deep look, unsuccessful. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. The deficit is 7, so they have to convert here on 4th down. Desperation time here. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go.
2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
Gave away a couple on the 1st down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Completed over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Toss play. This is Walker. Oh, he's trying to get away, but unable to do so. They catch him behind the line on 3rd down. Final timeout called by the Texans. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. An important attempt coming up here for Jason Myers. From the left hash, this will be from 50. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. When they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. Mismanages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. The Texans with their offense back out there as Nick Chubb returns to the field. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Got first down from the 31. Here's Stroud now. Right side cut by Higgins. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the 37. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And he'll get it up to the 44. That's good for 7 yards. And it sets up a Houston first.
There's no question. The greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Back to Kirk, and he's got it again. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. First down throw by Stroud. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Tough one to attain through that hit. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Throwing again, it's Stroud. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he goes, one final shot. Taking a final shot at the end zone. And there's our last-in image of this game. It's intercepted. That's no way to end the game, right, Brock? Can't have an offensive penalty on the final play. So an One final shot here. And it's caught for the touchdown. No time left. So a positive note at the very end in this loss. The Texans parlay the interception into points. It's a Christian Kirk touchdown. And now for the point after. And crucially to bring things within a field goal. It's up and good, and they'll get one last tally in the final act of this ball game. So several thousand 12th men and women cheering as the Seahawks win it home. And there was no easy enough. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Seahawks winners as we say so long from Seattle.